There's a lot of fitness YouTubers that pretend to be experts on all things related to exercise, but if I'm being honest, a lot of these shitness experts don't know what they're talking about. I haven't seen very many fitness people on YouTube coming forward to reveal the sacred secret to getting jacked, which is through sex toys and using sex toys as resistance items. So I'm going to break the magician's code here and tell you how people get absolutely fucking shredded out of their mind with like an anime villain physique. First piece of equipment you're going to need is obviously fleshlights. No gym is complete without their own set of assorted fleshlights. I myself am using a pretty old pair. As you can see, a lot of it's melted. The fleshlight in my left hand looks like a tongue at this point. Doesn't even resemble a vagina in any way, shape, or form anymore, but it can still get the job done. You can use fleshlights in the same way you use resistance bands. You can get a really nice back pump going with this exercise right here. My form is not optimal at all. This is not textbook form. This is a sin what you're seeing when it comes to my form, but I'm just demonstrating the capabilities here. The reason why my form's so bad is because the fleshlights were unfortunately drenched in lube. I keep all my fleshlights in a little basket, but there's also lube in there, and the lube must have just self-destructed at some point, or a burglar broke in and just exploded all of my lube all at once because everything was just covered in it. No matter how many times I washed it, it just didn't come off because it's water resistant. So I couldn't get a good grip, and this was really the best I could do. But you can see the power of the fleshlights as a resistance band. I saw it coming. Oh, I got like 3 reps almost. It's kind of lightweight though. I just feel like this is gonna break. Get the little pump going.
Yeah.
You can't beat a classic barbell curl. Let's say you're at home and you have all of these weight plates but no barbell to put them on. That's terrible. These weighted plates are homeless. They don't have a home. No barbell? What the fuck? It's incomplete. So what do? Well, like any rational person, you go into your closet, you get out your double-ended dildo, and you shove that bad boy in between the holes on the weighted plates, and then you can get a nice pump going just like this. You thread it through there and it can hold upwards of 80 pounds. And this technique doesn't have to be reserved for just a home gym. Let's say you're going to the gym and you don't like a lot of people handling your barbells. You don't know where their hands have been. So you travel with your double-ended dildo and you grab the weights and you just use your double-ended dildo in the same way. You know where that dildo's been. You don't know where people's hands have been. So it's just another way of getting your pump on while staying safe and hygienic, which is extremely important, especially during this pandemic. This is really fucking hard.
You got it?
Just one rep.
Nice, that's good. Back up. Gotta go back.
Oh, yeah, I'm stuck.
You got it.
It doesn't roll. This was supposed to be an ab wheel rollout, but unfortunately the gelatin wouldn't allow the weights to actually roll. It just kind of dragged them to the side and it kept falling over, so it was proved to be extremely difficult. But I imagine if you have a nice sturdy dildo or something that's not quite as sticky as this, you could get a really nice ab wheel rollout going. So you can chisel out that 6-pack just in time for Christmas. Santa Claus will wiggle his ass down your chimney, he'll see this cock wheel and be like, yep, a very fit man lives here with some washboard abs, I bet. Right now you're probably thinking that it's about time you get yourself some high quality sex toys to get yourself ripped, and fuck yourself with it too. It serves multiple purposes, and the best place to get that is adamandeve.com, and the best code to use at adamandeve.com is code DEFENSE to get 50% off one item and free shipping to anywhere in the US and Canada, with some exclusions. Adam and Eve has an incredible catalog full of pretty much everything you can imagine, everything you've ever wanted inside of you. It's only a few clicks away, so again, that's code DEFENSE at adamandeve.com for 50% off of one item and free shipping to anywhere in the US and Canada, with some exclusions. I call this the perfect squat trainer. This is to help you with your form when performing a squat. I know some people like to put a chair under themselves, so that way they know when they've gone low enough and deep enough for a squat, but I think that's some garbage. This is how you learn how to squat like a real man right here. You may have seen something similar in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, when there was the dildo that popped out of the bicycle to keep your ass up, shit like that. It's a very similar concept here. When you feel the dick tip tickling your butthole, that's when you know you've gone low enough and deep enough in your squat. If you go any lower, it's going straight up and piercing right through your colon. This is the same shit with the ropes you see people use at the gym where they're like flailing their arms up and down, usually wearing those altitude masks that make them look like a Batman villain. This is the same concept, the same thing, but with fleshlights, which means it's an even better workout. This is really sturdy.
Do some flies with it, some reverse flies.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Nice.
Oh, that's a burn too. I'll tell you what, get you on this fucking Bowflex fleshlight edition here.
You're just working out.
Yeah.
You're just getting a good burn going.
I don't think they're gonna break. Maybe I can't underestimate the power of a rubber pussy. Nice, good burn.
Nice. Ooh,
Yeah, you like that?
that's a good one.
The triceps freestyle.
Look at that form.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Back to the other side.
Yep. Yeah, that also feels gross.
It's stuck all the way to my knees. Wait,
I'm just shocked it hasn't broken.
I just don't think it can. I'm gonna try to wrap it around. Well, it's gonna break my.
What if you, while holding those, grab the middle of it too? You know what I mean? Yeah, like that. Perfect form. Come on. Oh,
It didn't break. All right, I'm ready.
no. All right, I'm good.
You going?
Yep.
This is the one.
Come on, come on. Nice. It still didn't break.
That rubber pussy pull-up was perhaps my greatest achievement in all of weight training. I do 100 pull-ups a day, but I've never had a more challenging pull-up than using a fleshlight as the bar. And I'm pretty fucking convinced that fleshlights cannot break under any circumstance. This shit is like adamantium. It is incredible. It never stops stretching. I'm convinced that if you tie one into a truck and the other into another truck and have them drive in separate directions, at a certain point, the fleshlight's just gonna whip them back together and they're gonna crash. It's not gonna break the fleshlight. The fleshlight will actually outmatch the trucks. I guarantee it at this point. I'm convinced. The amount of grip strength that was required to hold onto that fleshlight for one pull-up, one rep, was nuts. I was gripping so fucking hard I felt like I was trying to make a diamond in the palm of my hand with the pressure. It took a lot of effort and I had to get those gloves out because the lube and the sweat from my hand was overwhelming, but I'm happy I was able to squeak out just one rep with a fleshlight pull-up bar setup. So if you can master the technique, man, you could get some big pull-ups going on a fleshlight. I tell you what, they genuinely don't break. So yeah, anyway, if you're getting serious about working out, you may want to think about getting some sex toys to really start confusing your muscles with new kinds of activities and new kinds of effective lifts that I've demonstrated here. That's about it. See ya.